I'm really honored to be able to do this with you after they just announced this marvelous Carnegie Institute recognition. I mean, it's huge. I was just talking to a former student, music student, that went into the medical field. And he's about ready to go into his residency and be a doctor. He's at the top of his class. But he was just able to interview in Portland and was able to say, the University of Houston, and they said, oh, they were just recognized. And I want to tell this to the president, so I'm telling it to everybody. It's a fantastic thing that's happening at U of H right now.
Let's go into the classroom for you a little bit. Let's take you out of your bandstand position on Saturdays. Talk about the classroom and the joys that you get teaching students.
Well, I've said, if you're an educator and you're really into this, your whole thing is student, program, and institutional success. And it's a very interesting dynamic in the arts, but in any classroom setting where you have this responsibility. I feel an incredible sense of responsibility to give to these students everything that I was given, that all the information that I've ascertained over my years of teaching. And then this communication at this age level is just really inspiring. And in the classroom, I teach a class we call it's a conducting class, but it's really about score analysis and preparation of how to become an educator and artist and carry in the artistry of music into a classroom, high school, junior high, middle school, elementary, and the joy that I have in that collaborative effort between the future teacher and where I am. It is the thing that motivates you to continue. Yes, I have a great job. I get to stand in front of a marching band or a concert band, and people are very kind to me. But it is truly the interaction in that classroom that where we're developing the mind of the young people that are going to be advancing all of us, hopefully, in a positive manner in the future. And that sense of responsibility, while it's almost overwhelming, to be a part of that service, oh my gosh. I feel like the luckiest person. I enjoy what I do. Not to say that there aren't issues, not to say that we don't get frustrated,
absolutely,
not to say we don't need money all the time, but the overriding thing is that I am in service to the greater good, I believe, of humanity. And I think that music is truly, I should say the arts are truly answers to some of the world's problems. I really believe that. And I believe that we touch the soul. And I believe that through our educational process, we're trying to open the minds of children and hearts of everyone.
Now, you mentioned that the Carnegie Institute has recognized this as one of the Tier 1 places for research activity, and hopefully it will spread and will become a Tier 1 university in the state of Texas. But where do you see the University of Houston's role in this Houston community in Southeast Texas?
I really like that you asked me that question. First of all, I want to say this, that as a professor, associate professor here, and an 11-year veteran of teaching here at U of H, and 25 years in my career, Tier 1, and I know some people are saying, well, what is Tier 1 anyway? And I understand that, because I have felt like the University of Houston's Tier 1, and we are. There is no question that this university is producing at a level that would be recognized anywhere in the world as an outstanding place for education. But I will say that these indicators are very important in today's society, and I think that we must keep on that track that our president has set forth to really accomplish those goals, because those are goals that others recognize. But I think, and this is just me, but I think our the most influential aspect we have in our Houston community is obviously we're in the workforce. I mean, our graduates are here. The teaching, the high schools in the Houston area are the best, some of the best in the country. And so when our people come to U of H and they stay here, they infiltrate the workforce at the level that we do in the fourth largest city in the nation. We are, I think the graduates of the University of Houston, not primarily, I think, in this area, but all over the country, are starting to really have an impact. And when we talk about the other schools that are Tier 1 and what we want to be, I don't think we may say it and people may think, well, we want to be that school or we want to be that school. No, that's not the case. I think we want to achieve these levels so we can demonstrate to the world what we are and what our standard for Tier 1 really is. And I think when we get to that point, we're going to be the role model. The diversity that we have at this university, the aspect that our doors are going to remain open for the common working man and woman that has the unique opportunity to come to school at night, we're doing things that no one else is doing. It almost bothers me that we have to be held to a standard that I think is antiquated. Now, I think the standard is antiquated. I think we're looking at graduation rates and saying we need to meet their standard when our standard is the one that everybody should be meeting. We should be able to say at every university, the people that are 38 and above, the people that are 28 and above, that have 2 children and wives and everything like that, they're coming to school. This is the opportunity. No one else is doing that. So we have, once we get some of these other areas in line, I think we're going to catapult in front of so many people. We're going to be the role model for, and I think we already are in many ways. But I think what we're doing in the Houston community and state and nation, you know, we need to toot our horn. Now, I'm pretty good at cheerleading. I'm not very good at stunting and cheerleading, but I'm good at being a good advocate for this university. And I'll tell you, I think we have something that no one else has, and that's this policy that we look at the whole individual. We have testing and very important aspects of academic achievement. We have students that are involved in numerous activities. You know, we have the diversity, and I know that we throw that out there so much, but guess what? It's real. And no one else can do that. Not many people, universities, can do that. So I stand up and pom-poms in hand and scream to the top of my lungs. But I think the major thing that we do is we infiltrate the workforce, that we're vibrant community leaders. And I think the best is yet to come for the University of Houston.
Well, we're on our way toward Tier 1. Got another recognition from the Carnegie Institute to tell us that. One easy way you can help us get that final goal is by joining the Alumni Association.
Without question.
And active participation in an active Alumni Association is one of the things that they look at. All you have to do is go to our website and join. www.houstonalumni.com. We have a variety of plans for you to get involved. We have plans for new graduates, longtime graduates, faculty, staff. If you're associated with the University of Houston, we can fit you in. And if you've been a member of the Alumni Association, we thank you for your participation, but you might want to think about stepping up to life membership as well. Great benefits. We have things from Landry's Restaurants and UPS and La Quinta Hotels, just to mention a few. Benefits for you for joining the Alumni Association. So help us out. Help us go to Tier 1. You've got the cheerleader right here in David Bertman to help you out. All you have to do is go to the website, www.houstonalumni.com. Thanks for joining us this time. For David Bertman, I'm Tom Franklin. We'll see you again on the University of Houston Alumni Association Interviews.
Go Cougs!